You're here because you felt it. That gut punch of anxiety when she takes 6 hours to reply. The quiet resentment when you cancel your plans, the gym, your project, your friends, for the chance to see her, only to get a maybe, we'll see. The slow, soul-crushing realization that you're waiting for permission to be happy, and it's held in someone else's hands. You gave away your power. Not in a grand, dramatic gesture, but in 1,000 tiny surrenders. A text you shouldn't have sent. A boundary you didn't enforce. A piece of your own mission you quietly shelved because it didn't fit with her vibe. Machiavelli had a name for your situation, a strategic catastrophe. He saw a prince who bet everything on one ally as a dead man walking. That ally, knowing the prince had nowhere else to turn, could, and would, demand anything. Raise taxes on his people. Hand over a fortress. Betray a friend. The prince, paralyzed by the fear of being alone, would comply. He'd become a puppet, his sovereignty a memory. That's you. Just swap ally for her. Swap fortress for your self-respect. You made her your single point of failure. For intimacy. For validation. For companionship. For your sense of being a desirable man. You handed her the launch codes to your emotional state and are now praying she doesn't push the button. And here's the cruelest twist, it makes you weak, and weakness is repellent. The compliance, the predictability, the loss of that sharp edge you had when you first met, it's not making her feel secure. It's making her bored. It's making her lose respect. You are literally destroying the thing you're trying to keep, by the very act of trying too hard to keep it. It's a sick joke. So, what's the fix? Do you become an asshole? A player? A cold, calculating robot? Fuck no. That's just another performance, another prison. The fix is to reclaim your position as the sovereign of your own life. And the most powerful, practical tool to do that, in the early stages of dating, is to consciously maintain multiple connections with women. Before you recoil at the immorality, hear me out. This isn't about exploiting women. It's about saving yourself from your own desperate, scarcity-driven brain. It's a psychological recalibration. It forces a new reality, one where you are the prize, not the petitioner. This practice engineers 3 fundamental, life-altering shifts in your psyche. They don't happen from reading a book, they happen from living in a way that makes them unavoidable. Shift 1, the execution of scarcity mentality. Scarcity isn't just an idea. It's a physiological state. It's the tightness in your chest. The obsessive loop of thoughts. The feeling that the universe has presented you with your one and only chance at happiness, and you're fumbling it. It's the mentality of a starving man at a buffet, clutching one plate so hard it shatters, terrified to look at the other food. When you date, talk to, or even just casually socialize with multiple women, you perform a merciless act on that starving man. You force-feed him. You prove to your own nervous system, through direct experience, that connection, attraction, and fun are replenishable resources. You are not mining the last vein of gold on earth. This is the birth of the abundance mindset. And let's be crystal clear, abundance isn't about having 10 women on speed dial. It's the internal knowing that your value is not contingent on one person's approval. It's the rock-solid knowledge that if this ends, you will be sad, you will be disappointed, but you will not be destroyed. Your world will not end. Your life, your good, valuable, interesting life, will continue. This changes everything about your behavior. You become authentic, not agreeable. You state your opinion, even the unpopular one. You reveal a vulnerability, because the risk of her rejecting it is no longer an existential threat. You're not a politician campaigning for her vote, you're a man showing who he is, take it or leave it. This authenticity is magnetic. It's the opposite of the nice guy who mirrors her every opinion. You set boundaries without apology. I can't do Saturday, I have a prior commitment. That joke actually wasn't cool with me. I need some time to myself tonight. These aren't delivered as tests or manipulations, but as simple statements of fact from a man who respects his own time and energy. A man with no options can't afford boundaries. A man with a full life must have them. You gain the ultimate power, the power to walk away. This is the cornerstone. When you know you have other options, not just other women, but other sources of joy in your life, walking away from disrespect, from games, from low effort, becomes a real choice. Not a bluff. Not an angry tantrum. A calm, disciplined decision. This no longer meets my standards. I wish you the best. That ability is the most attractive, respected, and feared trait a man can possess. It signals supreme value. Abundance isn't arrogance. It is peace. It's the quiet confidence of a well-stocked library, not the loud insecurity of a man waving around his one, prized book. Shift 2, your mission reclaims the throne. Machiavelli told his prince, a prince must have no other objective, no other thought, nor take up any profession but that of war. Let's translate from 16th century Florentine to modern truth. Your war is not against other men. It's against mediocrity. It's against your own potential, left unfulfilled. Your war is your life's mission. It's the thing you are building, your career, your art, your business, your physique, your skills, your contribution to your community. This mission is the central, organizing principle of a sovereign man's life. It is the kingdom he rules. Dependency inverts this. She becomes the kingdom. Her texts become the royal decrees. Her mood is the national weather forecast. Your mission becomes a hobby you fit in around her schedule. You are no longer a prince, you're a tourist in her life, trying to earn a permanent visa. Maintaining multiple connections, or even just the mindset of abundance, physically forces you to correct this. You cannot orbit the emotional gravity of 5 different people. It's impossible. So your brain, out of sheer necessity, defaults to the only stable point, yourself. Your schedule. Your priorities. You have to say, I can't see you Tuesday, I'm working on my project or having dinner with my brother. You are not busy as a tactic, you are literally busy living your life. This is how you retain your frame. Your world does not bend to accommodate a woman, it is a world she is invited to step into. This makes you a leader. Women are not attracted to followers. They are drawn, biologically, unconsciously, to men who display leadership traits, purpose, direction, resilience. By putting your mission first, you become that man. You are not a source of drama, you are a port in the storm of life's drama. Women become a wonderful, welcome part of your life's adventure, not the source of it. They complement your kingdom, they do not rule it. Shift 3, the great filter, letting her reveal herself. This is the most profound, and most difficult, benefit to internalize. When you are needy and all in on one woman, you become a terrible judge of character. You are emotionally invested in her being the one. So you ignore data. The flakiness is just her being busy. The disrespect is a misunderstanding. The low effort is her testing me. You are pouring your energy into a fantasy, trying to mold the reality in front of you to fit it. When you operate from abundance and a strong personal frame, you stop projecting. You start observing. You become a scientist of character, not a desperate novelist writing a love story. By not over-investing, emotionally, financially, with your time, in one option too early, you allow a brutal, beautiful, natural process to occur, selection. You are no longer trying to make it work with someone. You are seeing if someone fits into the life you are already building. You are the selector. This changes the entire dynamic. The right woman reveals herself, the woman who is truly aligned with your values, who respects your mission, who has her own life and isn't looking for you to be her entertainment committee, will stand out. She'll be consistent. She'll be understanding when you're busy. She'll add positive energy, laughter, and support. She'll be a true ally to your sovereignty, not a threat to it. She will enhance an already good life, not try to be the source of it. The wrong women filter themselves out, they cannot tolerate a man who isn't desperate for them. The one who needs constant drama will create a crisis, see you won't drop everything to play the white knight, and move on to someone who will. The one who plays hot and cold games will find you pleasantly, unshakably warm, and her games will fizzle out from lack of reaction. The low-effort one will simply fade, because you won't chase her to confirm your own worth. You choose from power, not panic. When the time comes to focus on one person, it is not a decision born of fear, I better lock this down before I lose her. It is a conscious, deliberate choice from a position of strength. Of all the good things in my life, you are the best. I choose to explore this more deeply. That is the foundation of a real partnership, not a hostage situation. The moral minefield, so you're just using women? This is the knee-jerk objection. It's the cry of the dependent, the critic who fears this power, and the moralizer who confuses honesty with cruelty. Let's dismantle it. What is more manipulative? 1. Option A, the sovereign path. You are upfront. You are non-exclusive in the early stages. You are focused on being the best version of yourself, fit, driven, socially connected. You are honest about your time and priorities. You enjoy the company of women without making false promises. You let their actions reveal their character. 2. Option B, the needy path. You pretend. From the first date, you act like a committed boyfriend. You hide your neediness behind a facade of over-the-top devotion. You secretly resent the power she has over you but smile through it. You make her the center of your world while silently expecting her to do the same for you. You enter a relationship based on a covert contract, not honest desire. Option B is the true manipulation. It's a performance designed to secure a resource out of fear. It is dishonest at its core. Option A is rigorous self-honesty. It is the refusal to place a burden on another person, the burden of being your everything, that they did not ask for and should not carry. This isn't a harem strategy. That implies deception and exploitation. This is emotional sovereignty management. You are taking responsibility for your own well-being so you don't become a needy, resentful burden on a partner. You are calibrating your inner state so you can offer a relationship, not demand one. Think of it like finances. Is it manipulative to have multiple income streams so you're not a desperate, sweating wreck in every salary negotiation with a single employer? No. It's prudent. It gives you leverage and peace of mind. This is the emotional equivalent. The endgame, why we really do this. Let's be brutally clear one more time, the goal is not a perpetual rotation of women. That man is not sovereign, he's an addict. His validation comes from new conquests. He's just as dependent as the needy boyfriend, he's dependent on the chase, on the newness, on the ego hit. It's another cage. The ultimate goal is to build a self so complete, a life so strong, that you can enter a monogamous, committed partnership for the only right reason there is, pure, unadulterated want. Not need. Want. When you come together from two positions of abundance, you create something rare and powerful, a partnership of sovereigns. There is no power struggle, because both people have their own power. There are no covert contracts, I did this, so you owe me that, because both people's happiness is their own responsibility. There is no fear of abandonment, because being alone is a peaceful state, not a terrifying void. Love is a daily, active choice. It's a yes, not a, well, it's better than being lonely. This is how you build something that lasts. Not with tricks, not with jealousy, not with control. But with the unshakable foundation of two whole people who look at each other's kingdoms and say, what you've built is incredible. I would be honored to link our empires together. The Machiavellian question for your life. So forget the shallow advice. Forget how to get her back or the text that always works. The only question that matters, the truly Machiavellian question for the modern man, is this. How do I structure my life, my days, my habits, my social circle, my mind, so that no single person, no matter how beautiful, smart, or incredible, can ever hold the power to destabilize my mission or my peace? Start there. That's your campaign. Cultivate your alliances. Not just with women. Your primary alliance is with your purpose. Nurture that daily. Then, your alliances with your brothers, your real friends who challenge you. Your alliance with your body, through discipline. Your alliance with your mind, through learning. Build your kingdom brick by brick. Become a prince of your own domain, not because you want subjects, but because it is your nature to build, to lead, to protect what is yours. Do this, and the rest, the respect, the attraction, the deep, chosen love, doesn't need to be chased. It will arrive at your gates, seeking an audience with the king. You won't be playing the game. You'll have built the stadium.